algebra students, Mr. Lawrence here, and we've got a quick video for you, the last of the week. We're going to be using radicals and operations. Now, before we do that, I want to ask you what 4x plus 2x equals. And of course, you're all going to say 6x. And if I say y, you're going to say they're like terms. You just combine like terms. So what if I asked you to add 6 rad 11 plus 9 rad 11? Would you believe me if they're like terms? Yeah, there's no variables in here, but this rad 11 here and this rad 11 are like terms. Yeah, they're both the same rad. So therefore, if I have 6 rad 11s and then I have 9 more rad 11s, I must have 15 rad 11s. And there you go. It's that simple. It's just like if it was a variable. Rad 11 is not a variable, but the math is done the same way. And that's a really cool thing when you start to understand higher level math, well, high school level math anyway, is that you realize it's not 85 different rules for every situation. Okay, you can treat it like that, but it becomes very hard and boring and you don't like it. And, you know, sometimes you'll hear your parents who don't have math backgrounds complain that they never understood it because they could never keep all the rules straight. But there really aren't that many rules because the same rule can apply to many different situations. So why don't you try problem B there? It says rad 3 minus 5 rad 3. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can come up with the answer. Should not take you very long. Well, here comes my answer. I'm going to get negative 4 rad 3. Where did I get negative 4 from? Well, there's a 1 rad 3 there, right? 1 minus 5 is negative 4. And I'm counting rad 3s. So let's slide down to this problem here. I'll tell you what, I'll call it C. It doesn't have a letter, but now it does. There you go, it's a C. And you're going to say, well, 5 rad 3 minus 12, they're not like terms. Not right now, they're not. But I can simplify rad 12. Rad 12 has a perfect square factor of 4 in it. 4 times 3, right? And so that's the same as rad 4 times rad 3, or better yet, 2 rad 3. And so now the problem in disguise is really 5 rad 3 minus 2 rad 3, which is simple 3 rad 3. Yeah, it's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. It looks hard, looks difficult, looks confusing. It's not. If you mastered the simplifying rads part, that'll be simple for you as well. Okay, go ahead and pause and try problem D. Here comes my solution, 4 rad 7, but 2 rad 28, I've got to think of 28 as 4 times 7. Why 4 times 7? Because 4 is the largest perfect square factor. So now I have a 2 times rad 4 times rad 7, but rad 4 is really 2. I don't get a 22 out front, I get a 4, right? Because 2 times rad 4, or 2 times 2, rad 7. So the problem is 4 rad 7 plus 4 rad 7. That must be 8 rad 7s. If I have 4 dogs and 4 more dogs, I have 8 dogs. Yeah, real easy stuff, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you understand the part with the variables. All right, now these are a little bit different, okay? Here we're going to be distributing. Now, I am going to multiply rad 10 times rad 6 and then rad 10 times 3. But I'm not going to write down rad 60. To me, that's a waste of time. I know I've got rad 10 times rad 6. I could think of about that as rad 10 times 6. And again, I'm not going to 60 because I see a common factor between these two other than 1. I can think about 10 as 5 times 2. And I can think about 6 as 2 times 3. Therefore, you see it in there? Do you see it? Therefore, I can think about this as the rad of 4 times the rad of 15. Where did I get 4 from? The 2 times 2. And the 5 times 3 got me the 15, which is really 2 rad 15. So this first part of the distribution gets me 2 rad 15. Now, 3 times rad 10, there's nothing that's going to simplify. That's just like 3 times x. That's going to be 3 times rad 10. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Whoa, my airliner is going crazy. All right. Go ahead and try this one. Pause the video, see what you can come up with. If you haven't tried it yet, go ahead and pause the video, please. I'm getting ready to do it. Here I go. All right, I'm going to think about that first multiplication. And I'm going to think about rad 2 times 6, rad 6 that is, as the rad of 2 times 2 times 3, which is the rad of 4 times the rad of 3, which is 2 rad 3. And so this first distribution gets me 2 rad 3. The second distribution is just 5 times rad 2, which is 5 rad 2. And there it is. Okay, that's it for the video. That'll probably be the last new material video. I was talking to Mr. Newman up at the high school, and he said the biggest thing that kids have trouble with in geometry is not knowing their linear equations and how to graph them, not knowing factoring. So next week, we will spend a few days on that kind of stuff. Remember, the deadline for turning anything in late is May 15th, okay? You cannot turn in any assignments past May 15th. So my last assignment will probably be on May 13th so that you have time to get it done. All right, that's it for the video. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good day, everybody.